Hey Gemini, what's up gang? I hope everybody is well. So we're going to go ahead and do a general message. If that is something that interests you, do stick around. Gemini, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box because that's going to have all the information that you would need to know. And yes, this is the Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe, so go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Ooh, Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you, boo. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? All right, Gemini, I don't know why I just got the message that somebody was pretty upset with you, but that energy has been sent back to them for whatever reason. Somebody is stewing. Maybe somebody's name is Stew. Maybe somebody's making a stew. I don't know, but stewing is significant. We have the forces of nature that came out, Gemini, so I do feel like there's something here where you are being favored right now. I mean, you are, okay, in whatever way. Your energy is very attractive, it's very magnetic, your manifestations could be coming to you very easily, or this is the energy that's opening up to you. In fact, I'm seeing somebody standing in the middle of a room and there's doors all around them, and it's like you have so many options, you have so many opportunities, Gemini, that, you know, you have so much to be hopeful for, or so much to believe in right now, okay? Believing in yourself here. Rainbows could be very significant. You could have been in an area that has been going through a lot of storms, because this can sometimes be like natural events happening or something like that. So there could be that. They're also giving me a natural phenomena, okay? So something could be happening here that's really, that's gonna be way too many. Something could be happening here that's really shocking to you, or it's almost like it's a miracle. Do you want me to use this deck, Spirit? Because this deck's a little weird. Okie dokie. So we have cutting something off, Gemini, or cutting your way away from something, cutting a cord here with somebody. Yeah, I do feel like there is that energy, like you've cut yourself away from somebody, or you have removed yourself from a situation. You've let somebody know the business, right, what it is. And I feel like this has actually done you well. Like your energy has increased, has improved. And somebody could be noticing that too. There ain't nothing worse that when you leave somebody, or you think that they're the problem, and then you all separate and you find out you're actually the problem. I feel like that's what somebody's going through right now. Like they see things going well for you, so that must mean that they were the problem. Yeah, I told you somebody was watching from a distance. I can feel it. Somebody was definitely checking you out from a distance, Gemini, okay? Alligator energy. Look at them trying to blend in. Yeah, so somebody is definitely watching you right now, trying to blend in. They just shh. They don't want you to know that they're there, Gemini, okay? Elmer Fudd could be significant for somebody. I don't know why, but I just saw Elmer Fudd, okay? Trying to sneak up on Bugs Bunny or something like that. Is that who he tries to sneak up on? I don't know why that's significant, but it could be for somebody. But yeah, somebody sees that things are going better for you after you have left them behind, or you've left a situation behind. This could even be like a former job or a former boss or something. They could be seeing that like things are going better for you. Maybe they thought that you were going to be struggling. Give them a month. They'll be back, right? They'll come crawling back. Just give them a month. And it's like within a month, you've done so much. You've changed so much. Things are going so well. It's like they're starting to be like, well, I don't think they're actually coming back, you know? So there's something about that. Like you're just really doing a lot better than you were ever since you have let something go. What else do we have here for Gemini? We got general energies, right? We got the white buffalo woman coming out, okay? Wow, that's interesting. I don't know if y'all see that. It almost looks like it lines like right up to her little pipe, okay? So you could have been told by Spirit that it was time to cut something off, cut somebody off, like, you know, and you could have been like not really wanting to. Maybe you really cared about this person, or you really were invested in this situation. Like if this was like a career or a job situation, you could have been told, or you could be being told to let something go, to make this sacrifice here. You know, and it would be a great sacrifice, because if this is like a career, you have put so much energy and time, you have invested so much. you know, that it would almost feel like this has been a waste. But nothing is a waste. Everything has value, even if it's just within the experience, right? There's value in the experience. So you haven't wasted anything. I feel like you've gathered some kind of knowledge or information or lessons from whatever you've been through. But Spirit is saying it's time to cut something loose, or that's the energy that you were in, right? Because everybody's going to be at different levels here. So some of you guys need to cut something loose. Some of y'all already have cut something loose. With the white buffalo woman, you have a bigger mission. You have a higher calling here, Gemini, okay? And we know the story of the white buffalo woman, but for those who don't, she is it's a Native American thing, and she basically was sent down from Spirit to the tribes to teach them about Spirit, teach them to connect, teach them you know, to be on their divine purpose, that they're on be on their path, right? But of course she's very attractive and she's mystical and she's different, so all the tribal men just wanted to rub up on her and wanted to do things to her, and that's not what she's here for. They basically disrespected her energy, okay? So she had to smite them, pretty much. And I feel like there's a situation like this that has happened with you, you know? Like, I'm hearing like the forces of nature don't favor you, like the forces of nature are you. I don't know, Gemini, take that as it resonates, but I feel like there's something here where it's like you're above that, you're higher than that. You don't need to be treated like that. Somebody has disrespected your energy. Somebody didn't treat you how you needed to be treated. I'm not saying that this person was supposed to get on their knees and bow down to you. That's ridiculous, okay? But I do feel like there's this energy here where, you know, you were meant to be treated in a certain way and that you just weren't respected. And so you had to cut that energy off. And when you did, it's almost like there was some kind of karma bounce back that hit this person. And so not only are they getting that karma, they're also having to watch you be blessed. They're having to watch you continue forward with your divine mission and on your purpose and doing your thizzle, right? And that can't be easy. It can't be nice. Okay? So yeah, I feel like Spirit's wanting you to keep your eye on the prize here, wanting you to keep your energy clean, but also continue to be a teacher if that's what you are. You know, we teach in many ways. You don't have to be up here like me doing something like this, or even in a classroom instructing people to teach people. You could teach people with how you handle situations, you know. There could be, say there's a line at, let's just use the coffee shop that I like to use, okay? There could be a line at the coffee shop. You're the person behind the counter ringing in orders. There's a person that is belligerent in front of you, cussing and screaming, and then there's a person behind them, okay? And you could not know, but unbeknownst to you, the person behind them is about to have their first day where they're gonna be a cashier somewhere. And watching the situation is terrifying this person because they're like, well, this is what I'm gonna deal with, and I don't know how to handle situations like this. But you keep your cool because you're a motherfucking professional, right? So you keep your cool and you do your thing and you send them on their way, and not only do you de-escalate the situation, but you turn it around. By the time the situation's over with, that customer is happy. They went from disgruntled to happy. And then you really taught that person behind that angry customer how to handle situations for their self. You know, this is the kind of ways that I'm talking about when I say that we can be teachers without even realizing it. Your actions can impact so many people on a daily basis without you even realizing it. Because we are an observant race, right? A human race. We are an observant human race. We observe people. People like to people watch, okay? So there's something here where in all your actions and all the steps that you take, you teach people things, Gemini. You are a teacher, okay? Some of you guys could legitimately be spiritual teachers, though, and that's why it's so important to keep your energy clear. It's so important that you cut off negative energy or energy that's going to make you feel weighed down, heavy, like you're not good enough, okay? And I feel like there could have been a situation like that. What do we have here for a Gemini gang? What does Gemini need to know here? What is this that popped? We have the healthy card coming out, yeah. I mean, come on the bottom of the deck, we have the mask. Mask on, mask off, okay? So yeah, Gemini, I feel like there's something here where it's like, you know, you're choosing a healthier lifestyle, or you're choosing healthier choice, you're making healthier choices, really, is the energy I'm getting. You're also choosing to clean something up. Maybe clean up your house, maybe get more organized here, maybe clean up how you're eating or what you're consuming. It doesn't necessarily have to be just food either. This could really be like what you're watching. You know, what rhetoric you're listening to, what advice you're getting, okay? What you're allowing into your body, into your system, what music you're listening to, okay? there was a song, I forget what song it was. I don't know if it's too much worth mentioning the song. But there was a song that I was listening to the other day, and I was just like, I had to turn it off. I was like, I just can't get down to this. I can't get jiggy to this shit, right? I was like, this is not the same stuff that I used to listen to. You know, because when I was back in the day, when I was younger, I didn't listen to the lyrics. I didn't really pay attention to that, you know? But now, I do. Like, it's not just about the beat, you know, and can I shake my ass to it? Like, now it's like, what are they saying to me? And I think it was something about how this guy was talking about, you're the one, he basically was talking to about a girl, that this was the one that he was choosing, but it was all because of how her head game was, right? How good she was in bed, how she would bust it wide open for him anytime he asked. It's like, okay, what about her thoughts? Right? Like, what about her brain? What about, does she cook for you? Does she care for you? Does she bring you chicken noodle soup when you're sick? Like, is that all that you care about? Is the fact that she can keep your, you know what, wet? Like, what is going on here? I just didn't really like it. And it rubbed me the wrong way. And so I was like, well, from this day forward, I vow to never listen to this song again. Like, it's just that kind of energy here. Like, there could be just music, TV, people, things around you, things in your fridge. You could go and do a huge clean out where you just, like, you know, take not all the junk food, Gemini. Not all the junk food, but some of it, right? Like, you could just maybe you just refuse to buy that shit. Like, we'll keep what's here in, because we don't waste some food. That shit did cost money, right? So we're not gonna waste food, but we will clean it out, or we will not buy it anymore. Like, I just won't buy these things anymore. Some of you guys could be getting into meal prepping or meal planning, or, like, you know, I'm getting somebody who gets like a little whiteboard, and like they do the days of that month and everything, and then this is what we're gonna have for dinner. Like, planning out your month ahead for what you're going to eat to help you kind of restrict yourself a little bit. But, you know, I'm also getting the energy of, like, finding new exciting things to eat. Like, you know, eating healthy doesn't have to be boring. I mean, that doesn't look boring to me. It looks like there's a lot in there, you know? Different sauces and different vegetables and fruits and meats and cheeses. Like, it's like there's something here about this, okay? Somebody could also win free groceries. I don't know where that's coming from, but that's a blessing right there. But yeah, somebody could win free groceries, or somebody, maybe for Christmas, somebody gifts you free groceries. Like, maybe there's like a gift card from a grocery store. It's like $300 or something. I don't know why I'm getting that energy for somebody, but I'm getting somebody being gifted groceries or winning groceries. Anyways, okay. Do we want to do one more? Actually, let's just start clarifying some of this. What is this? What is Gemini cutting off here? Look, it came right out. Spirit was like, I'm ready to start clarifying. You're the one that keeps talking. All right. So we have, soulmate. And this is energetic. This is not something that's necessarily, I'm not going to say it's not real, because these soulmate connections, these attachments, they are real, right? But it's something like, it's not really of any substance in your life, okay? So there could be a lot of energetic vampires around you. There could definitely be people around you who, they want to be in your energy. They want to be close to you, Gemini, and it's kind of siphoning your energy, because you're a very energetic being here, okay? There could also be somebody who's trying to disrupt a soulmate connection. You would know if this is you, Gemini, like if this resonates for you. There could be somebody around you, or people around you that don't want you to get together with somebody else for whatever reason. So they could talk a lot of crap. They could spread rumors. They could tell lies, either about you or about this person, Gemini. Somebody is doing that. You might feel like you have to cut a soulmate off because they have negative energy attached to them. Like, I'm sorry, I really like you and everything, but no. That reminds me of a dream I had last night. I had a dream last night that I was with somebody. I don't know who this person was. I'd never seen this person, not a day in my life. But I was with somebody, and their mom was competing with me. Like, their mom, okay? And like, every time I'd send this person a picture or something, their mom would send a picture, and it was weird. And I told this person in my dream, like, this is weird. You don't find this to be weird? And they just had all these excuses for their mom and all this stuff. And I get it, it's your mom, but come on now, you know what I mean? And so I actually ended up breaking up with this person in my dream and being like, look, I can't deal with this for the rest of my life. Obviously, you and your mom got a good thing going on here, so I'm not going to get in the way. You know what I mean? Like, it was like weird. But that could be what this is, something like that. Like, you got to let somebody go because they just have all this vampiric energy or these toxic habits or toxic, maybe they're addicted to some things that they just need to work on. And, you know, sometimes we need to love people from a distance, okay? Sometimes we can't be there, you know, and it doesn't mean the love is any less. Yeah, I feel like you're cleansing out that kind of energy, like you really are. Like, it's time for me to focus on myself, or it's time for me to really get my energy clear. So there's something about that going on here, Gemini. Yeah, there could be a lot of people like false, I don't want to say false twins because I don't know how I feel about twins. I feel like a soulmate to soulmate all day long, whether they are great or not so great. But I feel like there could be like a lot of false starts or false people who they think that they're your soulmate, or they think that they're ready for the task at hand, or they think they can handle all this, but then they can't, you know. There could be people who come in and like they swear they're just like you, you know. Oh, I'm a white buffalo person too, right? Like, I'm on the health journey. I like to release negative things from my life, but really they have all these toxic habits and attachments, and it's like this would end up, you know, lowering your energy. It would end up bringing you down. There's something about that. So Spirit is really asking you to cut loose these people, these situations, these places that have these parasitic attachments on them, and they're not even aware of it. Some of them aren't. Some of them are. And maybe that's why they're attracted to you. You know, if you are a healer, Gemini, if you have a natural light, you are going to attract people that need healing. Period. Period. It's the most obvious thing, but sometimes it's not, you know? And so it's one of those things where people don't really realize sometimes why they're so guided towards you or why they're so attracted to you. That's why you have to be the one that governs your own energy and understands that this person is great. I really like this person, but I see why they're attracted to me. You know, and it doesn't lessen your value as a person anymore, Gemini. It actually increases it because you are a healer. You do have a very powerful light. So if you can gather people in and pull people in, that means your light is quite powerful. That's something to be happy about and proud of. But you also have to be able to discern the difference between somebody who's here because they genuinely want to be in a connection or can be in a connection with you, or if this is somebody who just needs healing. You know? Because it's really easy to kind of mix up and confuse the two. And this can be friends, family, lovers, whatever. Take it as it resonates, okay? I feel like you're cutting this shit loose. I feel like you see that you have some kind of higher calling, a divine mission, a divine purpose. And you know that that means that sometimes that's a solo mission, okay? Like, White Buffalo Woman didn't have any kind of entourage with her or nothing. Spirit was her entourage, right? She came down by herself. So there could be something about that here for somebody. Give me something for this White Buffalo Woman, please, Spirit. You have to have strong boundaries here because you're going through some kind of rapid growth here, Gemini. You are, okay? You're going through some kind of rapid growth, and the thing about that is a lot of people are attracted to you. A lot of people look to you for messages or for healing or for strength or for guidance or for love, attention, whatever. You know, you attract a lot of people in, but you are going through this extreme moment of growth here, a transformation that's happening right now, and there's something here where you need to kind of care for yourself. So Spirit is really saying that enforcing strong boundaries is something that's needed right now. Strong boundaries, okay? And I feel like there is some kind of natural defense system that's already set up too. Like, Spirit already has your back. You're already protected. So if people do come in and you can't just grab a cactus any type of way, bruh. Like, honestly, even when you're careful, that's the thing. I've worked with cacti before. Even when you're very careful, you can still get picked or pricked or poked or picked or whatever it is. You can still get hurt, basically, you know? There's this, there's this food, or not food, oh my gosh. Where's my mind at? There's this plant tuber that I really like. I think her name's Kayla or something, or Kristen or something like that. It's a K. But she gets like a whole hazmat suit on and like busts out the tongs when she has like repot a cactus. Like, I'm so serious. It's a whole fucking hazmat suit that she gets on. Okay, so you really do have to take some kind of precautions to like deal with cactus energy because it will get you. even if you're being careful. And that is something that could make you feel very isolated. It can make you feel very alone at times. Like, damn, I just really am supposed to be alone, huh, Spirit? Spirit's like, yes, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I just feel like you were sitting here hoping and then it was a different answer. You know, but no, it's like you really are meant to be solo. Maybe not forever, but for right now, because there's things that you need to focus on. You have a very important mission at hand here. You're showing people how to transform into a butterfly. That's not easy work. And there's other butterflies that really need you to show them how to transform, okay? So there's something here with that for sure. You know, yeah, I just feel like you have some kind of natural defense mechanism that's set up that even you can't control. You might be running towards people like, love me, love me. I just want to be friends. I just want to get to know you. They're like, you're hurting me. Every time you come near me, I get poked with one of your little things. Stop poking me. You're like, I'm not trying to poke you. It's like you, Spirit. I do believe in free will, but then I also believe in a sense of fate, things that are predetermined. I do. And I feel like there's some things that we can't help. And I feel like, Gemini, you are the white buffalo woman or man, right? But you are. And these are things that you can't control. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much you try to maybe not see it, or for some of you guys avoid it, or some of you guys try to live this, not double life, but I can have both, I can do both type of energy. The more you're going to see, Spirit has already set things up that you can't control. Spirit gave you spikes. You can't control that. And it's protection. That's the thing. Like, it is protection. Because if you were just a plant that anybody could just touch all on and manhandle, could you imagine just anybody being able to come up to you and just be like this and crinkle you up? Like, I could literally grab this and rip it away if I really wanted to. I would never do that, but I could. This, oh, you're going to be in a world full of hurting if you do that, okay? So it's like, it is protection. It is a blessing, Gemini, to have that kind of defense mechanism built in, okay? Give me something for the healthy, the healthy, okay? And getting organized, getting your shit together. And we're not waiting for the new year, okay? We're not waiting for it. We're doing it right now. There's something about that, okay? You see this repeating energy here? You see this? Maybe some of y'all are cheese connoisseurs too, as well. Who isn't, right? But anyways, I feel like there's something here where we see repeating messages of like the vampiric, shadowy, excuse me, guys, type of energy here, right? So there is this feeling here of you really have to watch yourself, Gemini, and you might see that, and it might be exhausting. Like, it's exhausting to always have to think about what I'm doing, what I'm eating, who I'm around, you know? There are so many energy vampires that are around you, Gemini. There's so many of them, okay? And this is, again, with the things that you are consuming. Like I said, these things come with attachments. Like these songs and stuff. You know, like back in the day, they used to say that like songs like had spell work in them. Like if you played them backwards, it would say all this stuff, or like there's hidden meanings, or like even in the music videos, right? Which some of these music videos, it's like, yeah, for sure, you know? But there could be something here where it's like, it's true. You know, everything has an energetic footprint, right? So there could be something here where it's like the things that you're consuming, other things are kind of attaching to you from that. The foods that you're eating, the shows that you're watching, the music that you're listening to, even the spiritual guidance that you're getting, you know? I don't like to get up here and talk about other tarot readers because that's just not my thing. First of all, I don't really watch a lot of other tarot readers. But you have to be really careful with what you're consuming, even from me. Because we are all humans. All of us readers up here, we're all human. We all have our own experiences, our bias that we're living by, our convictions, our lens, and our lens as humans are all damaged from everything that we've went through, you know? So you have to be really careful about what you're hearing, what somebody is telling you. You know, is that really for me, or is this a projection of what they're going through, you know? And it's okay to kick that back. So there's something here where it's like, yeah, there's like vampiric energy that's attached to things that you're watching, you're consuming, you're listening to. And you need to be aware of that, Gemini. Okay? Some of these things are energetic traps. And you know, I gotta be so real with you. I feel like that in regards to a lot of this YouTube spiritual stuff. Some of these light workers are actually really dark workers. And they really are trying to get you off your path. They really are trying to keep you stuck in a loop. Like, you ever watch those? And I hate fucking talking about other people and readers. I hate talking about other people, but then I hate talking about other readers in general. I'd rather talk about ideas and fucking stardust and why are things the certain colors that they are. Like, I'd rather talk about a lot of other things, but this is what I'm getting, okay? So I have to go here. You ever watch those channels where it's like every single time they post, it's about somebody coming back from the past? They don't talk about anything else. This channel does not talk about anything else. All it talks about is somebody coming back from the past. Every fucking message. Now, it's okay if it comes up every once in a while, because damn, sometimes people really do be coming back from the past. It's true. It rears its ugly little head every once in a while. Every blue moon on this channel, we hear about it, right? The one thing I will say, though, that we get a lot of repeating messages for on this channel is somebody watching you from a distance. But I feel like that's because they do. People do. That's what I pick up. But anyways, but you ever notice how that's all that their whole reading, their whole foundation is built off of, is somebody coming back from the past? I don't know. It's one of two things. Or it's one of three things, Gemini. It's either this person's waiting for somebody to come back from the past, okay? They're trying to keep you stuck in a fucking loop purposely. They're a dark worker, right? Or it's that they know that that's what people want to hear. You know? So it's kind of one of those things where you have to be really discerning of what you're listening to, what you're watching. And not just with tarot. I don't want to be down on just tarot. It's music, it's food, it's movies, it's all kinds of shit, right? Let's see. This is why I say these things that I say, right? I feel like a lot of masks are going to be coming off in 2025 with a lot of things. Like, you're going to start seeing people for who they really are, the things that they've been trying to hide, the intentions behind why they do the things that they do, okay? I feel like this is about to start coming out, for sure. You know? All right, let's go ahead and... Do I want to use this deck? No. Why ruin a good thing, right? Let's just use the favorite deck here. Why mess up a good thing? I actually have another one coming because this one's getting a little raggedy. That'll be the second deck of this actual deck, the Everyday Witch Tarot, that I'm retiring because it's worn out so much. That's crazy, right? I've had this deck 3 times. Okay, so Gemini, what is this right here? What is this with the cutting off things that are energetically draining you, cutting off soulmates, cutting off people that have attachments to them, or people that are trying to suck on your energy? What is this? Okay, a little vampiric energy. What is this talking about for Gemini gang, please? Spirit's like, I think you covered it, Jess. Okay. We have wow, okay, so 9s could be significant. The Virgo could be significant. Okay. 9 of Wands with the 9 of Cups. It's like what you want isn't good for you, you know? And that's a fact of life sometimes. Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. That is just a fact of life, right? Like, I love fried chicken. Who doesn't? Okay, it's delicious, golden, salty, juicy, right? Makes you feel good. It's like a hug from Mima. Who doesn't love fried chicken? But eating that shit all day, every day just is not good for you, Gemini. It's not good for you, okay? It will break you down really fast. So there's something here where it's like you really love something, or you really like something, or you feel really connected, or something is satisfying, right? With the 9 of Cups. But it's also not great for you, right? So there could be like an addictive type of energy here, addictive personality. It could even be towards a person. You can definitely be damn sure addicted to a person, okay? So it's like things that are really good for you or excuse me, things that are really make you feel good, that you want to be good for you, but they're actually not, okay? Some of you guys could be getting burnt out on some of those things, all right? Or you feel it really quickly. You feel the effects really fast. And I found that that happens with chosen energy, that happens with people who are lighthouses, who are meant to heal. Things don't affect you the same way they affect everybody else, okay? I could give 2 really quick examples. For me, like smoking cigarettes, it really started to mess with my body fast, a lot faster than other people. I mean, my mom had been smoking since she was like, gosh, like maybe 11, 12. I'm not even kidding, okay? Things were just different back then. And I had only been smoking for a couple years, and I was already like hacking up a lung every freaking morning. And she was really worried. She's like, that's not normal, Jessica. Like, yeah, cigarettes aren't good for you, but they shouldn't be in fact affecting you that quickly, right? So I couldn't smoke. Everybody around me, go ahead, smoke till you know, whatever, but not me, okay? Same with like foods and stuff. I have to really watch what I eat because I get really bad reflux to the point where I can't swallow food. If I just eat what I want and let my reflux get out of control, I have to go get my throat freaking dilated. They have to shove something down my throat and they have to expand it and blow it up. I kid you not, I've had that shit done like 3 times. So now I just eat better. Like, I just don't eat certain things. I know what my triggers are. I can't eat certain foods. That's not how it is for everybody else in my family. They have reflux, but they still can eat whatever they want. It doesn't get that severe for them, you know? So sometimes you have to make these sacrifices, Gemini, especially in this chosen energy. Like, you have a different set of rules, you know? And it is what it is. So something that really satisfies you, something that you want, it's your wish fulfillment. It's harmful to you. It's detrimental to you. And you have to figure out what's most important. Having all this or taking care of yourself, taking care of your health, taking care of your mental health, putting yourself first here. Because that's what I'm getting. You have to put yourself first, Gemini. And you may have to live a different life than what other people live. You may not be able to do the same things that everybody else does. And that might make you feel a little isolated, a little weird, or a little alone, or picked on, singled out by spirit, right? But really, you have a divine purpose that's an honor. It's a prestige honor to be able to not fuck yourself up the way everybody else does, right? It's an honor to be isolated and protected when other people are allowed to just do whatever and often do and walk into all kinds of horrible situations, whereas you get shielded from some of this stuff. Or you get shown really quickly, right? So you might be like, Jessica, I haven't been shielded. In fact, I felt like things have been more severe for me. The first time I do something, bam. Yeah, that's protection, right? Because spirit could just not give a fuck and let you continue to do these bad things, or it could show you the first time what's going to happen. It's really all about how you look at things in life, you know, and you can choose to look at yourself as a victim of your circumstances, or you can look as a warrior, as a victor of your circumstances, okay? What do we have for the white buffalo woman with the cactus here? Ooh, Empress card. Really wanted to pop, but it didn't, Gemini. Okay, yeah, 8 of Cups. And you have to sometimes. That's the thing. Sometimes you have to walk away. Okay? 4 of Cups here. There's the Empress. Sometimes you have to let go of things because you realize who you are and what you're here for, you know? You could be very frustrated with the mission right now, too. You could just feel like you miss out on a lot, or you want to have the things that other people get to have. I don't know. There's some kind of energy here where maybe it's like you do feel a little bit resentful, it feels like sometimes, of the divine mission, of the path, of what you have to sacrifice versus what other people don't, Gemini. That's why I feel like Spirit wants you to know that these things, this is for protection. Everything that you are shielded from, everything that's different for you than it is for somebody beside you, how sensitive you are to things that you put in your body. You know, some people can just listen and watch whatever and not have any effects. That's not you, Gemini. That's just not you, you know? So you do. You have to walk away from a lot of things, and people feel like they have to walk away from you too. Again, like you try to get closer to them and you're hurting them because there's something within them. And listen, the thing about it too is that you can find people, you can find community. It's got to be with other cactuses, right? It's got to be with other cactuses, and cactus don't grow everywhere. You know, So there's kind of like an elusive, rare type of energy here, even though cacti isn't really that rare. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not just going to find cacti growing anywhere, you know? So you gotta understand that, Gemini. I don't know. There's something here with that. I'm not trying to lecture you. That's just what's coming out. But just realize that you're Emperor/Empress energy and that you are on a divine mission. You are on a divine path, right? And the thing about this card too is, like, we always talk about this card of like, it's equal give and take, right? It's an even distribution or whatever. But really, when you look at this, it's not. She's up higher than everybody else. She's the one giving out the food. She's the one giving out the knowledge, right? Or the money or whatever. She's the one being of service. She's the one helping. You know, that's why she's dressed the way she is in an official capacity, and that's why everybody looks up to her, and she got the light even shining down right on her and everything. It's like, so know your role, really, right? Because you are being protected, you are being taken care of, and I feel like there's also some kind of abundance that could be coming into your life from this role. You know, it's like you sacrifice, but you're also blessed. It's a blessing to be able to help people, you know? It's a blessing to see people in need and be able to help those people. It is, because you have more than enough, because that's where you're going, that's where you're heading, right? If you don't feel like you're in this energy yet, but you feel like this could be your future, yeah. You know, you have more than enough. You can help people, even if it's not in a financial way. This could be just with, again, food, right? Comfort, stability. This could be with knowledge, with healing energy. You also have a lot that people could take from you. You know, again, who's giving to her? Obviously Spirit, but who else? So people can come in, they can just take and take and take and take and take from your energy. That's why it's important that you have these natural boundaries where you yourself would not always have them, Gemini, because you're a giver, you're a healer. You'll heal and give until you are literally in the hospital bed needing the healing and needing the giving, right? So Spirit's like, we can't have all that, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to set Gemini up with their own natural defense mechanism that they can't control, okay? And that way, when people get a little too close, a little too handsy, they'll have to back off naturally. That's just the best I can do for you, Gemini, because that's what I got. What do we got here for this healing or this healthy energy or whatever you're consuming? Because that's what I feel like this is talking about. I don't feel like this is necessarily just talking about food. I feel like this is talking about what you're consuming. There's also another message. I don't know which message is going to get released first, to be honest with you, but there was another message where I was talking about being in spirit guide training. I feel like this is actually kind of piggybacking off of that message, because I do feel like that's what you're doing in this lifetime. You're training for something greater, and it could be to be a spirit guide on the other side, okay? Maybe in the next life or the next life after this one or something like that. And it's like, how can you help somebody if you haven't been through it? You know, how can you help somebody, you know, get over being broke or know how they feel when they're broke if you've never been broke before in your life, right? So that's another reason why I feel like we go through all this shit on this planet, is so that we can help other people go through it too, whether it's in this actual physical reality or from the other side. Yeah. Okay, I mean, you know, you guys know if you've been here long enough, this is like my low vibing card for some reason. It just is. Look, that Ace of Cups just wants to keep coming out, Gemini, right? It's like it would feel so good to go and hang out with people and drink and raise hell and just have a good time. But, you know, is that really what's going to be best for you? Okay. So there could be something here with that. And I feel like this message is very clear of what I've already said. It's like, just watch what you're consuming, watch what you're watching, watch what you're listening to, the advice you're getting, for sure. Yeah, because it's like, you know, you could take somebody's advice and be like, okay, well, they said to do this with this and it's not working for me. Why is everything all fucked up? It's like, because you should have listened to the voice of your own understanding within that comes from Spirit, right? And for some of you guys, you are actively expanding right now. There is actively something where you are growing and you are moving forward. And there are people that would love to distract you, whether or not they are intentionally doing that or not. Okay? Because some people can distract you without even meaning to. You know? I don't know, guys. Let's be done. I don't know if this reading is going to resonate for y'all. Additional messages / advice, please, Spirit, for Gemini gang. Thank you. We have the Vulture. Accept the inevitable and let go of the past. Welcome a rebirth to begin. So yeah, and for those of you that have already cut something off, it's like accept the inevitable, accept what that situation was. Don't try to paint it into something different. Don't try to romanticize something, because all that's going to do is make you look back with rose-colored glasses when you need to take a good hard look at what something was or what something is, right? Welcome the rebirth that's about to happen. The Condor. Wow. I know that bird is significant for some of y'all, but hold the highest vision for you in your life. You now possess the ability to move past any hurdles. This is the card of not lowering your standards, Gemini. That is literally what this reading has been about. You have a standard that is either you have set for yourself or that has been set for you by the divine. You are either not allowed to lower that standard. It will be painful. It'll be hard if you try to, or you need to hold that standard for yourself. I feel like a lot of you guys don't have a choice. I know I don't have a choice sometimes. Sometimes I do, but it's like you're gonna learn the hard way. You're gonna learn today, right? And I always often do learn the hard way. We have the White Swan. Okay, so you have the ability to glide away, right, from situations that aren't good for you, Gemini, basically is what this card is talking about. It says the divine power of grace is within you. To be graceful in situations that aren't necessarily wanting to have that reaction to you or from you, Gemini, that's a divine quality, okay? To be able to be graceful in a world that wants to turn you into a savage. We have the Duck. I don't know why I said it like that. Find comfort and balance in the simple ways. You have support all around you. Yeah, you're doing too damn much. You don't need to do too much, Gemini. You really don't. That's the thing. You have a lot of support around you. So when you ever feel like you're in the mood to do too damn much, just know you don't need to. We have the Dove. Feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is of a divine quality. Wow, Gemini. Okay, because that was like literally what I just said, okay? Okay, last but certainly not least, we have the Eagle. It says you are learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching new heights. That goes along with that spirit guide training that I've been picking up on recently. That's really what that is. You are learning all aspects of being connected to spirit and to yourself, of the human experience, and you're reaching new heights, meaning that you're ascending. Okay? And then we have the Peacock. Inherent wisdom is emerging at this time. Watch it and ready yourself for a rebirth. That's interesting. We started with a rebirth. We end with a rebirth. So Spirit wants you to know that there is a new beginning that's about to happen. If you feel like you're in the cocoon or at the tail end of a cocoon process, expect to come out with some wings and be ready to fly. Okay? All right, Gemini, that has been your reading. I do hope it helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it does something. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.